Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing one last Valentine's look before Valentine's Day, which will be Friday. So, this is the look that I did today. No eyelashes. This is a really pretty Barbie-ish pink purpley eye. So if you guys want to see how I achieved this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so the first thing I am going to do is I'm going to take my Real Techniques blend and sponge, and I have dampened this under the tap, and I think I'm going to use my Revlon Nearly Naked foundation just because I haven't used this in like ages. I'm just going to start by just dotting that. I'm going to start by dotting that. All over my face. Just going to take my Collection 2000 Lasting Perfection, and this is in the shade Medium Free, and I'm just going to use this just to cover any blemishes. I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows, and to do that I am just going to use a bit of my e.l.f. eyebrow kit, and this is in the shade Dark, and I'm just going to take like the wax, just again put it in my brows. I'm just going to take a bit of Maybelline's Brow Drama, just run that over my brows just to keep them in place. I'm just going to prime my lids like I always do, and I'm using Painterly by MAC. Okay, so once we've primed our eyes, I'm going to be using the Immaculate palette by MUA. But to start with, I'm just going to take this white shade here, and it's a matte white, and I'm just going to use that to highlight underneath my brow bone. I'm just then going to go in with this colour here, which is like a matte brown, and we're just going to use this as our transition-y colour. So I'm just bunging that in between my crease and the brow highlight. Okay, so I'm then going to take this colour here, which is this really lovely pink, and I'm just applying that all on my lid. I'm then going to use this purple colour here. So what I like to do when I'm trying to get into my crease is I like to tilt my head and then just use a brush that's kind of tapered like that, and just with light strokes just feather that in. Then on top of that, I'm going to take this colour here, which is like kind of like a dark purpley shade, but it's slightly more matte than that colour, which would be the other colour I would use. I'm just applying that. I'm using more now of like a flatter brush, and again I'm just applying that really into the crease. This one more so than the other colour. I'm so bad at explaining things. And I'm just taking my blending brush just to make sure everything's blended nicely. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this pink here, which is really lovely, and I'm just gonna apply that over the pink that we used before on the lid. I'm actually just going to use my fingers just to go over that again. And you can apply that slightly onto the blues and like the darker purples and that, just so it looks a little bit more put together. I'm just going to use a bit of bronzer. This is just the Bourjois chocolate, and I'm just going to apply that just on the tip. Basically where we applied the brown before, but the brown wasn't very strong. I kind of messed that up in my palette. I'm just gonna, before I do any eyeshadow underneath the eye, I'm just gonna use my Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Razor Eye. This is a new one, so I only just got it today. No word of lie, this has to be one of my favourite concealers. It's just a lot more expensive than the rest of the drugstore. Use it to highlight other areas as well if you wanted. So you could also pop a bit on your nose, chin. And I'm just going to take my beauty blender. On my blending sponge again, just to clean up underneath my eye. So let's finish the eyes now. So I'm going to take this lighter pink shade again, and I'm just going to use this on I think this is actually a lip brush, but it's perfect to get in the inner corner. What I'm going to do is take the purple shade again, and I'm just doing that really close to the lash line. And then I'm going to take this pearly shade here, and I'm just going to use this in the actual inner corner. And I'm just blending that into the rest of the eyeshadow, and I'm just going to use this just to blend it all in a bit. So for eyeliner, I am just going to pop a little bit of Dip Down by MAC. Now the reason I use brown gel liner instead of black is just because if I use black it would just close my eyes up a lot and it would just be a bit too heavy. Okay, so I thought I would use a different mascara, and I haven't used this in so long, I don't think I've really used it since I've had it. And it is the Maybelline Mega Plush. Pop a little bit of powder on, and I'm just going to use my Maybelline 120 Fit Me foundation, powder. I'm just going to pop a little bit of bronzer, oh, that's a bit too much bronzer. And I'm just going to pop the same bronzer. Might as well kill two birds with one stone. Just on my cheeks. Just to kind of contour just a little bit. I'm not really gonna contour much. Just doing it to really warm up my cheeks really. For a little bit of blush, I'm gonna use my Natural Collections Blush Cheeks, and this is in the shade Pink Cloud.